What's up, everybody? This is the last video for this week. The reason why I kind of bombarded you guys with a lot of videos this week was mainly to get my assignments done for this week, which kind of sucks, but it also put me in a really great mentality to give you content, kind of find out what sort of content I like to do. I kind of like this format a little bit better. Once I started explaining the components of shoes and outfits for running, that's more of my take on blog stuff. So I'm still kind of feeling it out. I kind of felt weird recording in front of all my homies. If you like stuff like that, please comment on it. Let me know what you guys like. I also felt that when I was explaining what I was wearing, I didn't give enough information. In retrospect, looking at the videos, it was kind of cool, and I ended up liking the edits that I did. So we'll see what kind of content I'll give you guys next month. What I wanted to focus on this week was giving you an understanding of what your basic wardrobe should look like. When I was younger, I didn't grow up with my two oldest brothers in the house. They were kind of out and about. Whenever they would pull up at the house, it was very brief, so I didn't really get to have that brotherly advice that older brothers would give you. But by doing so, I would kind of observe, what I liked them wearing. Out of my two brothers, the younger one, he would wear Converse. The other one would kind of dress gangster. Like, I developed the habit of figuring out what they were wearing just to get a good idea of how I wanted to dress myself. Eventually, I got into skateboarding. That kind of shaped my idea of what sort of fashion I wanted to get into. But being an athlete kind of changed up that perception of it. Having two different cultures clash sort of made it difficult for me to understand how I wanted to present myself, which eventually led me to seeking forums online to try to figure it out. So one of the most useful tools that I have is Reddit. Reddit is by far the most useful tool I've ever found. I've basically built my personality around Reddit and anybody can vouch for that. But one of my favorite subreddits when I was in high school was male fashion advice. It kind of sounds exactly what it is. One of the most useful things that I found of it was understanding the basic wardrobe. What I kind of got out of this whole search for sort of essential pieces that help you feel comfortable with what you're wearing is getting a fundamental understanding of how pieces work with each other. I saved this image a while back because this basically had everything you need. You got some denims, you got some slacks, black pants, a couple different styles of shirts, button up, crew necks, jackets, shoes. Shoes are very easy to just match with, especially if they're black or white, by using primitive colors such as whites, dark colors, navies, and you get a better understanding of what you feel comfortable with, which leads into finding pieces that fit you well. One of the biggest things that I had trouble with was finding good fitting clothes. I've always been small in general, and I always found it difficult to find good pieces of clothing. I got into skinny jeans for the fact that I just could not wear, straight-legged jeans without it looking all wango, loose. At that time, me being a small person, I just didn't really like loose fitting clothing. But over time, you develop your own style, and up until like these last few recent years, I've been more open to baggy clothes just because I like it at this point in my life. I'm comfortable enough to wear stuff like that because of this fundamental understanding of clothing, understanding what fits you well, and eventually finding that sort of middle ground where you personally fit into it is where we need to start. Versatility. Going back to this minimal wardrobe right here. This is versatile. You can easily match those black pants with every single piece up here. Gray on black, gray on blue, gray on white. Dark denim jeans go well with almost anything. Personally, I would not wear a navy blue shirt with dark denim pants. I like having at least a two-tone color range. What I really liked about this image, how versatile each piece is. Like, you could easily mix and match every single one of those pieces, and you could come up with fairly decent outfits. This would be a great thing to take on a trip. If you're out for a week, you're good. And the other thing that I want to mention about versatility is understanding how to budget your wardrobe. Of course, you're gonna want to find great pieces such as these, but the point isn't to find as many as you can. The point being to find the most quality piece that you can. The whole approach to clothing has been to cut down on budgeting. Like, if you have less amount of clothes, you've spent less amount of money on it. Over time, you're gonna develop your own style and your own understanding. I feel like I have, and I feel like I'm at a point in my life where I have a little bit too much of what I like, and I should probably get rid of some stuff that I've held on for a while. But that's my point. We're gonna go out of habits and into new ones. The whole reason for this channel was to see exactly where I want to lead myself with my clothing. I'm at a point where I'm finally comfortable with wearing baggy clothes. Like I mentioned before, I used to be super aware of how clothing fit me, and I wasn't comfortable with that, to the point where I learned how to hem out pants, how to iron stuff at a very early age because I didn't like the way my mom ironed. All of this may not be directly related, but I understand it enough to see that it does make a difference. I guess that's my point, finding a way to make that difference, to make you feel better about yourself. Yeah, I don't want to sound too preachy. It's essentially what you make of it. I hope you guys enjoyed all these videos this week. Like I mentioned before, if you like certain content, please go ahead and comment on it. Let me know what you like and what you don't like, and we'll see how this channel ends up for the rest of the semester. I'll see you guys next time. Alright, peace. Niggas gon' tell you that you can't drive right. People throw shade when they see you shine bright.